Understanding superheat and subcooling is key when you're working with HVAC systems, especially if you're trying to figure out what a pressure gauge means without a PT scale right there on the dial. Okay, so first off, if your pressure gauge doesn't have that pressure temperature scale printed on it, don't freak out. You can totally use a PT chart, or even better, grab a digital app on your phone that lets you match the pressure reading to the corresponding saturated temperature manually. When you're measuring superheat, start by taking the suction line temperature at the evaporator outlet and then compare that to the saturation temperature you got from your pressure reading. The difference between those two temps gives you your superheat value. For subcooling, it's kind of the same idea, but on the liquid line side. You take the liquid line temperature and subtract the saturation temperature from it. Make sure your gauges are zeroed and calibrated right before all this so your numbers aren't off. Also, always double check your refrigerant type, since every one of them has a different pressure temperature chart. That can totally mess up your calculations if you mix them up. And hey, keep notes on your readings over time to notice trends or spot issues before things get worse. One of the biggest mistakes people make when interpreting superheat and subcooling is assuming the gauge reading alone tells the whole story without cross-referencing a PT chart or app. This leads to wrong temperature matches and bad system diagnostics. Another common issue is mixing up refrigerant types. Each refrigerant's pressure-temperature relationship is unique, so guessing or using the wrong chart can throw off your entire assessment. Finally, not accounting for ambient temperature or line location when taking temperature measurements causes inaccurate superheat or subcooling values. Always measure as close as possible to the right spots, and consider environmental factors. Fix these by always carrying a reliable PT chart or app, double-checking refrigerant types before measurements, and being precise about where and when you take your temperature readings. BigHomeProjects.com is like your go-to spot if you're a homeowner needing trustworthy local contractors without the stress of endless searching. For contractors, it's a solid way to get connected with real clients looking for help on big home projects, which means more work coming your way without all the hassle.